audio. Testing audio. Testing audio. As soon as my stream actually shows up on my channel, we will begin. Oh, there you are. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Audio sounds good. Welcome to Resident Evil 2, the remake of Resident Evil 2, because the original game is like 20 plus years old, I think, as of this day. Or, not as of this day. It's not like the anniversary, whatever. This is already off to a typical start. So, well, no, I could just look at the fucking bottom like a dumbass. It's 22 years old. The game will be 22 years old this year, in the year of 2020. So, start. Okay, so, full disclaimer, I've beaten one of the routes already. I beat Leon A, Claire B. And if you don't know what that means, I'll explain in a moment. But basically, just letting everybody know, this isn't my first time going through. I played the original Resident Evil 2, like, fucking forever ago, and then I played this, I think when it came out, and then I never really touched it after that. But anyway, I was looking for something that we could play after Dark Souls, because I have no real interest in going through Bloodborne or Dark Souls 1. Dark Souls 2 and 3 playthroughs are on the channel. But, I digress. Yeah, so I'm not nearly as versed as Resident Evil lore as I am on, like, Dark Souls lore. So I'll try to essentially kind of do what I did with the Dark Souls playthrough, where I give like little tidbits of like the story or whatnot, or explain what's going on, because some people might not know the general story. Also, as similar with Dark Souls 2 and 3, I'll be explaining like mechanics as they're happening or as they're relevant. So, anyway, let's get into it. I believe the option we want to pick is New Game. And we want to pick Claire this time. So, yeah, as you start your game, you pick your character. And this will determine what order you'll play the characters in, essentially, if you go the complete route. So we're going to do... I started with Leon the first time I played through the game, and now this being, like, the second time I played through the game, we're going to start with Claire. Let's see. Hardcore. No autosave. Stronger enemies. Standard. No. Debating between hardcore and standard. I don't know if we can change the difficulty. Probably not. We'll just go standard then. Raccoon City, an industrial city in the heart of America, and Claire Redfield's destination. Racing along on her bike, Claire has but one goal: to find her older brother Chris, who seems to have dropped off the face of the earth a few weeks ago.
Okay, I saw this with my own eyes.
Oh, I believe you, buddy. I believe you. Just tell us a story. Tell us a story.
Okay, well, it was last Friday night. I was walking home from the bar, and this woman started coming towards me. She was staggering, you know, so I figured she was drunk.
Whoa. Okay, tell us, be honest now. How many drinks did you have?
No, man, I barely had a buzz on.
Oh, come on.
Look, just listen, all right? She got closer, and I got a good look at her. You got to see her eyes, her nose, her whole face. It looked like it was rotting.
Yeah.
She looked like a corpse. Like a walking corpse, man.
Sounds like my wife.
I've never seen anything like it. I haven't been able to sleep since that night.
All right, calm down, buddy. Calm down. Just, hey, you got to stay strong, okay? Don't give in to fear out there, right?
Yeah, well, you got that right. If you freeze up around these things, they'll sink their teeth in you. I should attack somebody.
Oh, come on. It's just getting good. I need some sleep.
know me, I'll be fine. Sounds good. I'll be back as soon as I find Chris. I will, but I gotta go. Why does everyone think I'm gonna get in trouble? What the... Hello? Hello? Anybody here? Hello? Are you okay? Wait here. I'll check it out.
Hold still!
Excuse me, is everything okay?
Stay back, ma'am. I got this.
Get off him! I said get off him! Don't come any closer! No way. Can't be alive. It's like a nightmare. No, don't shoot!
Get down!
We gotta get out of here.
You alright?
Yeah, I think so. Thanks.
You can thank me later when we're safe.
Holy shit. going on?
I don't know. Hopefully they'll have some answers at the police station.
Wait, you're a cop?
Yeah, Leon Kennedy. You are?
Claire. Claire Redfield.
Live around here?
No. I'm looking for my brother. He's a cop too.
Well, it's a good thing we found each other. I don't know what to expect anymore.
Attention all citizens. Due to the citywide outbreak, you are advised to take shelter at the Raccoon City Police Station. Free food and medical supplies will be provided to everyone in need.
God, this is so unreal.
Police station's not much farther. They'll know something.
Yeah, but what if we're the only ones? What if there's no survivors?
No, there's survivors. It's a big city. There has to be. Looks like we're walking from here.
More like running.
Yeah, good call.
Leon, you gotta back up. What the?
Holy shit. There, get out. Get out now! Hold on! Claire! Claire, you okay?
Yeah, I'm all right. How about you?
I can't stay here. It's not safe.
Shit. Go on ahead. I'll meet you at the station.
Well, shit. So, welcome to Raccoon City. Place is fucked at the moment.
Can't stop. Gotta keep moving.
Yeah, things ain't great. Especially not with 7 bullets. Oh. Okay, let's get out of here. So, we gotta get to the police station because that's where everybody's holed up. I didn't realize I had accidentally kind of muted myself during that gas station scene, but whatever.
Police
I
station.
didn't say too much.
Almost there.
So that's why there's a couple like awkward pauses where I don't do anything, or I like do a weird thing like aim at a dead zombie's face for like 30 seconds. Is it? Welcome to the RPD. I don't... Yeah, okay. So just basically to skip all that reading, when you have your map open, which map is brand new for this game, the original game didn't have it, you will see certain indicators like this white spot means that I haven't checked this door yet. This red spot means the door is locked, which I would hope it would be. And then the blue around here, and you can kind of see it on the bottom there, it says currently searching or search completed. What that means is that if there's items to pick up in that room still, or puzzles to solve, or some sort of interaction you need to do, the room will stay red. But once you've grabbed everything you need, it will turn blue. And then you have little to no reason to go into this room again unless you're using it to get to another room. So anyway. Into the RPD we go. So, as you can see, we have big red room. The song they're playing is a remix version of the original theme, I believe.
Anybody here?
So, grab these bullets, and we stack them on our bullets. So, you get this checkpoint fairly late in the game, but essentially, one of the main items you're going to pick up to like access areas is keys to unlock doors. Once you unlock a door, you don't have to unlock it anymore. So, and most keys unlock like 3 doors. Once you've unlocked all the doors with that key, you can discard that key, and you can also examine items. So it goes from a key to a storage room key and gives us a little bit more information. We can see the model of it. This game Capcom kind of prides themselves these days on their very high-end models for everything. So we're never going to go back to that gas station, plus we've already unlocked 1 door, so this key is useless to us, and that check mark down in the bottom right of the square means that essentially we can just throw this item away without ever having to worry about it again. And the main reason you want to do that is because you're going to be picking up stuff along the way, and sometimes just getting rid of clutter in your inventory opens up your inventory for the stuff you need. Yeah, I don't think the first floor is going to be cleared for a bit. So, you might be thinking, man, this is kind of extravagant and crazy for a police station. Well, there's an in-game reason for that, which we will get to in a moment. Still stuff there, so... So, like, see right here, this is the main indicator that this room requires a key, is that it has a symbol. So that's a club door for the club suit of cards. So there's a club, there's a clover, diamond, and a heart. So we push up against it. We can't open it. But even if we just go like this, do this animation against it, it marks it on our map as a spade door. So essentially what that does, did I say spade earlier? I don't remember. But essentially this is like a little indicator of like, hey, when you get the spade key, make sure you unlock this door. Kind of in the vein of Dark Souls, funnily enough. Can't after it. Well. So this is a puzzle we don't have any hope of having the solution for at this point in the time. Having beaten the game already, there may be times where I kind of like do some sequence breaking in terms of like solving a puzzle a bit early, or like knowing exactly where an item is. Green herb. hell? What? There we go. I was looking for the quick button to go to my inventory. It was triangle. So, safe. We want to mark this. Can't open that. You can open it early if you know the combination. However, I don't know the combination, so that safe is gonna stay shut. A guide pamphlet. Give me a moment. Welcome to Raccoon City. Did you know, while we are the home of the pharmaceutical giant Umbrella Corporation, Raccoon City is a vibrant and dynamic city with a long, rich history of its own. In this guide, we'll introduce you to just a few of the more unusual points of interest our city has to offer. The Raccoon City Police Station. The building in the center of town wasn't always a police station. In fact, it used to be an art museum. Various features like the unusual clock tower and the goddess statue in the main hall remind us of a bygone era. The orphanage. Just a few blocks from the police station is an orphanage founded and run by the Umbrella Corporation, with the help of generous donations from businesses and citizens alike. The building is known for its stained glass window, which attracts visitors from around the world.
Turns a museum into a police station.
Good question. So goddess statues. This place all used to be a museum. That is why there is all sorts of wonky bullshit going on with the layout of this entire station. So, needs something slotted in there. 3 things. Remember those assumed with the valor of lions and ability of unicorns, and whose ultimate sacrifice is as pure as the maidens of old. I don't remember any of these names off the top of my head. Anyway. They might have been original people that worked on the game or something. I don't know. So, we have a couple things. So, first things first. This is a typewriter that we used to save. You can only save at typewriters, and on the hardest difficulty, you actually have to have an inventory item, an ink ribbon, to actually be able to save the game. So you have limited saves on the harder difficulties. So, let's just overwrite this one. So it says clear second, meaning that like that was the second run. So yeah, it changes to the standard clear. So changes from standard to clear second. Anyway. This is the item box. Anything you don't need at the moment on your persons, dump into the item box. So this is a little bit metagamey of me, but I'm going to dump my healing items in there. Can I look at this old ass computer?
Come on, Chris. Where are you? Oh shit. They're inside too.
David, Marvin, you there? I found a way out. It's in here. Send reinforcements. East hallway.
I should help this guy.
Alright, so we now need to get to this room highlighted in yellow. This is pretty much the only time in the game where the game will like explicitly tell you where to go. That overtly, as far as like, here's a big ass orange yellow spot on the map telling you where to go. So big ass shutters keep out and a shit ton of blood.
Great. Where are you?
So as she mentioned before, she's here looking for her brother Chris, and Chris is a member of a unit of the RPD called STARS. And STARS stands for the Special Tactics and Rescue Service, I think. Something like that. Special Tactics Attack, Special Tactics and Rescue, something like that. They're kind of like they're kind of like a SWAT team. So you have a fuse and an empty spot for another fuse, so that might be why the door's all fucky.
Focus, Claire. Focus.
There's something about this particular segment that very much reminds me of Dead Space. So yeah, interesting point with this game. So you'll see that obviously she has her flashlight out, but as soon as we're in an area where it's light enough we don't need the flashlight, she puts it away. And that's automatic. Oh, bullets. So. Now this may seem like a lot of ammo, because we're holding 1 mag plus 4 and some change. But it goes quick, I'll tell you that much. So we're going to leave this light on. Oh, I didn't hold it. But yeah, like I was saying, this area very much reminds me of Dead Space for some reason. Grab some first aid spray. So first aid, so down the bottom left it says fine with a big green heartbeat. You essentially have 3 damage states. If you take one, rule of thumb, if you take 1 hit, you'll go down to yellow, orange, which is caution. And then if you take another bite or another attack, you go down to danger, which is red. And if you take any more damage after that, you die. So essentially you get like 3 hits and you're dead. First aid spray will completely heal you. So it's generally best to use the first aid heal when you're on danger, because if you use it on orange, you've essentially wasted 50% of its healing. This game is the Resident Evil, these old Resident Evil games are very much about like, here are a limited number of resources, use them to their most potential, I should say. So, given that it's just a single toilet that has flooded this entire section of the wing, nobody's been here for a while. I think we learned a closer date later, but
Oh my god.
yeah, this isn't like day 1
Open
of.
up! Hurry! Open up! Open this goddamn door!
I'm here!
Open the door! Hurry up! Hurry up! Open it!
Here, give me your hand!
Help me!
Hold on! Give me your other hand! Oh my god! I'm so sorry.
The officer's notebook. So, said, found a way out, it's in here. And we see some statues and some shit. We gotta get back. And it seems that all the screaming has woken up all the zombies. So that's the safest way to get around that guy. Then to the left shatters. So we are quickly being surrounded and swarmed. I could shoot them, but well, I might. Ah, damn. So, took a bite there. Didn't go down to danger, I don't think. Nope, I'm at kind of like a yellow caution, or yellow fine, so I took a little bit of damage, but not a whole lot. We gotta get the fuck out of here.
You all right?
Yeah.
You're safe. For now. Marvin Browner.
Thanks.
Obviously someone taught you well.
Yeah. I know how to take care of myself.
Come on.
So nobody knows what caused this?
There's a lot of theories. But all I know for sure is that this place is crawling with zombies.
Yeah, you're telling me.
Hey, keep that on. Just in case.
I'm not gonna be around long. Once I find Chris, we're out of here.
You really Chris's sister?
Yeah. Why? Did you find something?
He's on vacation. Europe, I think. Left weeks ago.
Vacation? It's great news.
Well, I've got more for you. Looks like there might be a way out through this secret passageway.
Good. Hey. Hey, we should probably get you to a hospital.
Oh, forget about me. I can take care of myself.
No. Don't be ridiculous. You're gonna need some help.
Listen, Claire. Save yourself. So you can see your brother again. Now, you'll probably need this.
No, I'm not taking that. You're gonna...
And be careful. If you see one of those things, no matter who they were, you can't hesitate. Take them out if you can. Or you run.
The combat knife. Equip on the inventory screen to use. This knife wears down with use and will break when its gauge is depleted. Hold L1 to ready it and R2 to slash. Can be used to counter with L1 when you are caught by an enemy, but can only be retrieved once you defeat them. So slot the knife in. So now we got a knife. It doesn't do very much damage. But it's good for, it has a couple of uses. One of the most useful uses we will illustrate in a moment. So, Martin, by the way, just in case anyone was curious, that scene has like different dialogue and stuff depending on who you're playing as. So if I was playing as Leon, when he says not to hesitate, he says, you know, if you find one of those things, uniform or not. So, like, if it's a copper. Let's store that. I don't think we'll terribly need it. First aid sprays are also really valuable. They're like the second most valuable healing item in the game, so it's good to keep them around. Okay. Can cut this open now. Handful of things now that we saw a little bit of combat. We essentially, so when you're aiming, your reticle goes from like really wide to pinpoint, and that dot is essentially where that bullet's gonna land. And that's kind of weird. Why is it not? Did they change that, or am I just crazy? Because what I could have sworn what it was that moving around... Okay, it's kind of doing it, I guess. Oh, wait. No? Okay, moving the reticle and your vision will make that go wide again, so you can either yeah, you can't be moving and aiming really at the same time. You want that pinpoint, because not only is it more accurate, but you actually do more damage. I think the math on it is that when it's like this, when it's like a dot, you'll do, like, essentially almost double damage. And on the harder difficulties especially, you want every bullet to fucking count. So. Yeah, when you would go through this area in the original game, you would be introduced to a new type of enemy that would be, that did this. However, they have moved where that enemy spawns, as far as where you first encounter him. So. And I think I mentioned it earlier, but, enemies have a, like, fucking multiple layers on their model, and as you shoot them, it will peel those layers away, so you end up with zombies that are like covered, like all gory, and their faces are, skulls are exposed as you shoot them. Because this hallway is longer, we want to go down here. So. So. Yeah, that's Fighting Zombies 101 for you. As you can see, her face is now pulp. So this is where the knife comes in handy. So zombies in this game probably should just gone for headshots. So yeah, you can like shoot limbs off. You can cut limbs off. You can see I cut off like her foot. Zombies, after they take a certain amount of damage, will essentially be incapacitated, but they are not dead. So okay, so she is now dead, like dead for good. She will not get back up. And that's Zombie Killing 101, is shoot them. The main reason you want to shoot them in the head, you can shoot them anywhere. It doesn't, as you can see, I killed her by shooting her in the leg. So there's no like headshot rule in play. The main reason you want to shoot them in the head is a couple reasons. One is that zombies in this game, shooting them in the head will like stun them back a bit. Like you saw, like her head like flew back every time she got shot in the head, and she like stopped walking forward. If you need to run by a zombie, shooting them in the head and then like having their head whip back essentially cancels out their attack animation, so you can run right by them relatively safely. Secondly, it is possible to crit. There's no specific spot. It's just random. It's all RNG based. Well, somewhat. There is an algorithm to it, but essentially, you will shoot them and their entire head will like explode into a gory mess. And that's how you know it's like, oh, they're definitely dead. Sometimes it'll happen on the first shot, sometimes it'll happen on the 8th shot. It's completely, it's unpredictable for the most part. So, got a chain here, can't open that door. Record of events. September 25th. We're turning the station into a temporary shelter due to the massive sudden outbreak. All police personnel have been instructed to make the safety of the citizens their top priority as we try to accommodate as many of them as possible. Addendum. One of the refugees attacked us in the middle of the night, resulting in the death of one officer and injuring 3 others. The person in question was quickly restrained. We believe this was simply a case of someone snapping under intense stress. So the next day, on the 26th, a mob attacked the station today, resulting in a number of casualties. A few survivors were able to make it to safety behind the emergency shutters, but surrounded as we are, it will be hard for any of us to escape this place. We're not sure we can fix any of our comm equipment, so we remain cut off from the outside world. So, funny story, like the day before the zombie outbreak started, all of the Raccoon City Police Department, like communications equipment, like all their radios, long range like radios and shit, just got like destroyed and fucked up and sabotaged. On the 27th, there was another clash on the west side of the station around 12 p.m. 12 people died, and there's only a handful of survivors left. Everything is falling into disarray here. So, I'm not quite sure. Everyone's dead. What does that say? I can't really read that, it's too faded. And I got everything right. There's something back here. Yes. So, game's being pretty generous on bullets right now.
Bastard.
So, one might be wondering, hey, okay, are these zombies not killed by, like, when their brain's destroyed? Because clearly, a bullet hitting your head. Okay, so what I did there is a slightly more advanced strat. Essentially, as a zombie is waking up, you can, it takes about like 3 or 4 seconds for them to actually sit up. So what you can do in the meantime is start slashing them like crazy with the knife. I shouldn't be doing that, that's wasting my knife's durability. Oh, it's not too bad, it's like about 20%, 15% of its durability used up. But anyway, so you can essentially get more hits in. I should really stop doing that. More hits in with the knife, and that just saves you a bullet or 2 in the long run for each zombie. So that's locked. Yes. We have the West office. I'm gonna check you. So, yeah. So, he would have woken up later. Not entirely sure when, but essentially, because I woke up now, I can deal with him now. So, even when they ragdoll like that, it's not a guarantee that they're dead. Yep, see. Oh shit.
You bastard.
Oh shit, that's... Actually, maybe jump a little bit. Alright, so that's the last of him. So she also has slightly different animations now that she's hurt. I believe, actually, between the two of them, the fastest your character will ever run is if you're playing as Claire on Caution. So, I believe she's slightly faster on when she's in orange. So we want that. I won't say what it is, but we want that for sure. What else we got? We got those, which I won't say what they are. We got that, and more of those. And we want that for sure. Bullets would be nice. And we could grab that. So, knife, and some of that. I'll come back for that in a minute. So I believe it's 109. 107 or 108? Oh, it's not. 106 maybe? Yeah, 106. What else can we open? 103 and 102. We can't open those, so I think these are the only lockers we can open. We got a roll of film. If we examine it. Film commemorative. An undeveloped roll of film. Commemorative is written on it. And we'll grab some more bullets. So... yeah, okay, so we're gonna go in here first. The West office. So yeah, that will remain red until we clear out all those lockers. That will be like one of the last places in the police station we'll clear out. I believe. Uses of gunpowder. You take 2 gunpowders and put them together, you get some handgun ammo. You make acid rounds with the gunpowder and the white gunpowder, or the high-grade gunpowder. And you make some submachine gun ammo with the high-grade gunpowder. There's not a lot of ammo left around the station, so make good use of any gunpowder you find. Different guns require different ammo, so pay attention to when you're combining things or you won't get what you need. And some gunpowder.
What the hell is up with you?
Should be waiting. It should be... So another interesting detail is that zombies have various levels of how good they are at like tracking you and following you. So for example, you saw he had like kind of some trouble getting out of the doorway, so that's another safe added to the map. Sorry, I'm having 2 completely different trains of thoughts at once. Yeah, I'll just do it now. So, another thing is that zombies have certain triggers, where doing certain things or walking by certain areas will wake up certain zombies. So for this one, it's running behind, like, past that chair on the right side of the room. If you do that, if you don't do that, if, like, you avoid doing that, for the entire game, he will never wake up. I don't believe. Or I believe he won't ever wake up. So this will take us back to the main hall. Unfortunately, the door is locked, so we don't have the key. So this will be a shortcut later for us to cut through instead of having to go all the way around to get up these stairs here. We can just run through here. So shortcuts. Rookie's first assignment. Leon S. Kennedy, we're putting you on a very special case for your first assignment. Your mission is to unlock your unlock your desk. The key to your success is in the initials of our first names. Input the orders in the order of your desk. There are 2 locks, one on each side of your desk. Make sure you get them both. Basically, your first task is to remember your fellow officers' names, but you figured that much out, right? Good luck, Leon. By the way, it may take a little work to get Scott to give you a straight answer. Lieutenant Brenna. And, yeah, they had a little party set up for Leon. Happy birthday. So, David. Operation note. Report. So this is a continuation of the other thing. So that was on the 25th. So this is like day 3 of the police station being like besieged by zombies. It's down to me and 3 others. No weapons, no ammo, and too many skirmishes have drained us mentally and physically. We're not going to make it. Officer Phillips once suggested we escape through the sewers. Apparently there's a secret tunnel under this place left over from its museum days. I brushed her idea off before, but now it's not sounding all that bad. Yeah, there's no proof that there's even a tunnel or that the sewers are infested with zombies, but I don't want to sit here and wait to die either. It's a long shot, but I'm going to try to find out what I can about that tunnel. So, Elliot, the cop we watched get torn in half, had gone off to find information about the sewers and the secret tunnel, which he found something because he had the notebook. So, D.E. Where in the hell? Oh, right there. So N-E-D, Ned, or depending on what order it is. Yeah, I think it's an E-D. Depending on, it would depend on what order. So. And then G-R-M. Grim. Or M-R-G. Either one of those 2. The speed loader for the SLS-60. We're going to put that on our gun. So. Has a speed loader, and it greatly decreases the reload time on this. So now, instead of having to load, like when I reload, having to slot every bullet in one at a time, Claire just takes a speed loader and shoves all the bullets in at once. So another zombie at the window.
Jesus.
And we have some wooden boards. How convenient. So I'll keep them out. I started talking earlier. What was I saying? Oh yes. So the zombies are infected by something called the T virus. And the T virus does a very particular thing. It does a lot of things, actually. It's not like just a Walking Dead virus type thing, where like you just turn into a shambling corpse. It does change like your body and your biology and shit. So I believe that the T virus either hardens your skin or like your muscle or bones or whatever, or makes it so that like even if your brain's like all fucked up, you won't necessarily die. You just take enough damage and you'll die. But anyway, medical benefits of herbs. Humans have used herbs to treat sickness and disease since the dawn of time. In this book, we will explore 3 such herbs native to the Arklay Mountains. Green herbs have the ability to heal basic injuries, while blue herbs have long been used to treat poison. As for the red herbs, while they are visually appealing, they offer no medical benefits, or so it was thought until recently. It is well known that combining herbs together produces blends that heighten the herb's effects, but it has been discovered that red herbs can play a big role when mixed properly. According to one doctor of Asian medicine, mixing blue and red herbs together will produce a blend that will strengthen one's constitution. Truly, we have just begun to realize the full potential of these herbs and their ability to heal the human body. Further research is sure to yield even more fascinating results. So, as it just stated, we have the ability to, like, mix herbs together. So, like, if I took a green herb and mix them together, I would get what is the equivalent of a first aid spray. We're not going to do that, however, because, well, it'd be kind of wasteful, considering some things that come later. So we're gonna... should we? No, I think we're fine on ammo, so we're gonna store these two. Throw that in there. As a rule of thumb, whenever you're going out to a new area, keep at least 4 open slots. So we're in like a... yeah, we're in a dark room here. So what we can do is we can run in here and develop this film. And it's like a statue holding a scepter and like a book. So, yeah. So this is a red herb. We take the red herb, put it in our inventory. And as it stated, red herbs by themselves, it can't be used as is. So you have to mix it with something else to really use it. But if we mix a red and a green, we get a full heal. Or actually, I think... what is it? Yeah, green herbs heal 2 damage states. Red herbs heal 3, I think. Red and green is a full heal. It's the equivalent of the first aid spray. So, I'm gonna carry the first aid spray with us because we're on caution, and if we take another bite, we'll be really close to dying. So, just in case, we'll be taking a spray with us. Doesn't mean I'm gonna be throwing myself into a zombie to use it, but howdy.
Bastard.
Why don't you ragdoll down the stairs? Aw. You're dead. Nope. Oh shit.
Asshole.
Oof. Fucking break your ankle on the step, dude. Alright, he's dead. So this woman is... chill out. You got some bullets there for me? There you go. Gonna just kind of tap you on your head.
Not good.
Ooh! So that was a bonus. Or that was a crit. One shot just blew her whole shit up. So. Now that that's taken care of. So, what was I gonna say? Yeah, so you'll end up, so I'm gonna grab a red herb. Let's just run down, because this is a good opportunity to do something real quick. So these boards will never break. The window will break, but the boards won't. So that zombie will never come in here, nor any zombies that would, like, follow him. So in this game, there are more broken, like, there are more windows that you can board up than there are boards in the game. So you're just gonna have to make a decision as far as what are you gonna board up? So we're going to combine these because these now act as full heals that will fully restore our health. I'd like to save a handful of them because reasons. Portable save instructions. Press a button. That just tells us how to do this. So these are random. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shit. Damn it. Which one's that one? I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So those are random every time. So you just kind of have to figure it out. We got a spare part. A spare key. For a terminal of some sort. There's nothing written on it. Nothing. Flame rounds. Flame rounds for a grenade launcher. The napalm inside ignites on impact, setting the surrounding area on fire. And these can be kind of brute forced. Remembering the combination now. Okay, we'll come back to it. Oh, it looked kind of silly because there's an animation where he falls on you and she pushes him off, but instead my character just kind of slid over to the side. So we need like a valve or something to get rid of all this steam. Run down here. Running. So this is a perfect illustration why in areas that you know you're going to come back to, you want to clear areas out, like completely, as much as you can. Because, hey, if I didn't kill these 2 zombies here, every time I came back here I'd have to deal with those 2 zombies until I finally finished them off. So, gunpowder. That's a knife. And we get access to a couple things on this side. So we get more flame rounds. We can't get that. So let's slot it into spot number 2. So we're going to have to find one more key to push the 3 button for some reason. I feel like you could just take like a pen and like a pen or a pencil or fuck anything and push it, but whatever. 102, more gunpowder. And then 208, I believe. I think that's all of them. Yeah, can't open 103. And we can't open 203. Flame rounds and more storage locker terminal memo. It appears that the key to the locker terminal is missing a few keys. I suggest that the person responsible for this mess find some spare parts and fix it right now. You know who you are, you bastard. Who else fucked it up this badly? Okay. Oh shit, wrong way. This way. dump the flame rounds and dump the gunpowder. Instrument. I have like no idea where I want to stop in terms of like in terms of how far I want to actually get. So that's all. It is what it is. So we're going up to the 3rd floor. Grab some more bullets. Doing really well on bullets. Is this one DCM? Yes. I remember it because Devil Cry May, because Capcom is the same company that made Devil May Cry. Or makes Devil May Cry. Which is one of like my favorite franchises of all time, so. We got a shit ton of submachine gun ammo that we're gonna run down here and immediately dump. Because we don't have a submachine gun. And I could probably make it the rest of the way without having to drop this off, but this is just my paranoid ass being like, I don't want to have to leave anything behind. Yeah. It's kind of similar to Dark Souls, I guess, in that, like, when you're like, you can go through and you're like, you can make the decision of, I'm going to clear this area so that I never have to come back here ever. A key. A fancy looking key. It's the spade key. It opens doors of spade. So now the doors with the blue spade mark on them, we now open. So this is a little Easter egg. These mannequins were in Resident Evil 7. I believe it's the same model, too.
What was that?
Not good is what it is. To any survivors, consider this a gift for anyone still unfortunate enough to be alive. Keep your eyes peeled for those creepy fucks that look like they were skinned alive. Lickers, we call them. They're blind as bats, but their hearing more than makes up for that. As long as you don't run around like a total idiot, guns a-blazing, you should be able to slip right by them, probably. Either way, make like my grandma and creep around as slow as possible around them, yeah? Not that I want to go, but duty calls. That, and I've got a friend to avenge. David. Gunpowder. More wooden boards. Cute. A lot of bullets they got. But they're quick to run out. Some guys scribblings. Damn, those corporate assholes, they cut me off after all I've done for them, but that's how it's gonna be, so be it. I'm not gonna have a little fun of my own as the world goes to shit. I board all those filthy pigs up in a steel pen and set some C4. All I gotta do is detonate it. Sayonara, suckers. But it's no fun if it's over too soon, so maybe I'll give that one Raven loon something to really squeal about. Yeah, maybe I'll give him a little toy and tell him, kill the guy next to you and I'll spare the others. I wonder what he'll do. You yell about justice and pride, and how many times did you go against me, your own superior? Yeah, you're such a good cop. So good you had to die. Man, this is fun. I need some music for this. So, yeah, shit's pretty fucked up. We got a hip pouch that gives us 2 extra inventory slots. best item in the game because it lets you carry more shit. Blair. A library.
Claire, it's Marvin. How fast can you get back here?
Why? What's up?
I've got something to show you. It's important.
All right, I'm on my way.
So, we don't want to walk. So that spot right there, where like the wood's kind of grimy, I guess. I don't know. It's got like some weird texture to it. Essentially, where the brown stops and like the yellower part ends because of the light. We don't want to step right there. This is metagaming for sure, but fuck it. I metagamed in Dark Souls because I'd already beaten. I'm metagaming in this because I've already beaten it. Hello. How y'all doing?
Jesus.
No. It's an unfortunate ragdoll. Stab it in the butt. Might be death. Shit. Yep, it's death. And we'll run in here real quick. We have one of these, another statue, which, if we check our notes, we have 3 medallions. And we have a unicorn, a lion, and a lady like a maiden. And we've seen those 3. We see the lion in the main hall, the unicorn's right here, and I didn't really look at it, but the woman, the maiden, is in that cage upstairs. So we gotta find a way into that cage to actually get to that statue. Upper floors maps, so we get a look at the 2nd floor and the 3rd floor. Yes, okay. Oh, there's a knife in there. Or there's a knife in here, rather. I'm still in the room. Nope. No go. Pick up a knife. Alright. So, I'm gonna check these bodies. You are dead for sure. You are also dead. A red book. Oh shit. A red book art object. A piece of plastic shaped like a book. It looks like it was being held by a hand at some point. I'll leave you to be. So that guy will never stop eating that guy's blood. I think the only thing that triggers him to, like, actually stop eating that guy's butt is the,
Fucking hell.
is if you fall through the floor, right there, so. Shoot in your belly.
Bitch.
Should we? It's not really hurting anybody, so. Yeah, I would assume. So, this is a little bit metagamey, but we are gonna want to push these over here. and push this one over here. Actually, right about here. Maybe? Yeah. So we can't really, because Claire and Leon can't jump, they can't get over that gap. So we're gonna have to find a way to get this jack down to slide the rest of them along the way. But hey, bullets. Quite a few actually. I think there was like 12 in that stack. So I believe we have done everything we need to for the library. I think so, yeah. Unlock this. So now, this door's unlocked forever. Hooray. Hey Marvin.
There you are. Come here.
What is it?
Take a look.
Oh my god, he made it!
You know him?
Yeah, it's Leon. Kennedy, I think?
The rookie. Thought he looked familiar. You can make it to that courtyard. The second floor, east side.
Okay. Thanks, Marvin. I'm on it.
And while we're at it, let's open up this door. And while we're here and we're around real quick, let's, we don't need, well, we'll bring that with us. We don't need this, we don't need this, we don't need this. We'll take this with us just for shits and giggles because there's a handful. We only need to pick up like 2 more items. So we can do the first of these puzzles here, where so the order for the line is lion, an arrow, and a bird. Lion, an arrow, and a bird. That's 1 medallion. And we can run to the library and grab the 2nd medallion. Can't grab the 3rd, but once we grab that, once we do grab it, stuff will happen. Unicorn is fish, scorpion, and like a jar of water. Fish, scorpion, a jar of water. Unicorn medallion. Slide it in.
So Elliot was right.
Yeah, but we're not out of here yet.
Slot this one in. So, as you can see, there's like a passage down that way, so we need to get down there. Get the hell out of here. But we gotta find some C4 to blow open the cage to get to that statue. Unlock. So, now that the spade key has been completely used, we can throw it away without a care in the world. And look at that. Statue's left arm. We combine these two. And we make it look like the picture. The scepter. If we take the scepter and we look at it, we look this, get the gem out, and we throw the staff away. We have a pricey looking gemstone that will not come into play until later. However, most important is the weapons locker keycard. So we can now go back and grab that grenade launcher. Art article, the Red Stone. The ruby that captivated Edward the Black Prince, the pearl that the Queen of the Nile milked dry, the diamond that led a queen to the guillotine. There is no end to the number of tales related to the Peel of Jewels. The mysterious red stone is simply the latest to sparkle among them. Like those other jewels, this one's origin is unknown. It is said that it once adorned a nobleman's jeweled box, and was even dedicated to a wise king. This fall, the stone has long been shrouded in legacy, will be on display during auction. There are sure to be many eager enthusiasts there. But dear reader, one would do well to approach with care, for devilry lies in beauty's shadow. The jewel has turned caring nobles who love their subjects into despots, more terrible than Caligula, and we have the details to prove it. Seriously, it's precisely because these jewels are bathed in blood that their luster stirs something in the heart of people everywhere. I saw a little thing like that. So we're gonna drop the jewel, and we're gonna go get a grenade launcher. We could do it a little bit later, but I figured we may as well do it now. Let's see. We're gonna take this, and we're gonna save real quick. You'll get a rank at the end of the game that essentially the grading scale is boiled down to how long did you take to beat the game, how many times did you die, and how many saves did you have, I believe. I think that might be one. Nope, this is the way. I'm not sure, but either way. Slot that. Open grenades, and we have a GM79. This grenade launcher is capable of firing flame and acid rounds. So, D-pad changes weapons. Reload. So this thing fires wide, but it does a lot of splash damage, and it does fire damage, which I believe does damage over time. So this is our big boy as far as damage goes. So what we're gonna do this early in the game, this weapon is a bit overkill. So we're gonna throw the ammo in. We're gonna keep the actual gun, but we're gonna keep the 5 flame rounds in here to free up an inventory slot. Well, shit. Take this. Well, damn.
Hey! Claire?
Leon! I'll be right there! Leon, we really gotta stop meeting like this.
Are you all right? Police chopper, it just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I'm fine.
I take it you don't have the key.
No, I don't. It's good to see your face, though. How are you holding up?
I'm hanging in there.
Hell of a night, huh?
Yeah. You find your brother?
I did, actually. He's... Just when you think it can't get any worse. Leon, you should get going.
Don't worry about me. Just get yourself to safety.
No, Leon, seriously, they're getting through the fence. Please, just go.
We're gonna make it. Both of us.
Hey, Marvin, this is bad. I've got zombies everywhere. Marvin? Marvin, are you there? Marvin? You gotta be kidding me.
Bullets. A cutting tool. And some bullets. I'll take those. Snip. And look at that, we're back here. Hey Elliot, you doing okay? Oh shit! Actually got me a little bit. Don't you come out here, buddy? Oh shit.
Shit.
That's what I said. Oh shit. Ah, there we go. Squishy, squishy. So can we get you through the door? We can't, or the window. We can't. Hopefully. Oh shit. Oh, there we go. That's what I wanted.
Oh no.
Hey, another one. Lucky, lucky. So I don't remember if zombies... Oh. Oh look, all the zombies we've left. Oh, and that knife just broke.
Hell is up with you?
Shoo. That headshot probably saved me, I think. There it is.
You bastard!
I want you to fall, please. Nope, this is a bad decision. That's embarrassing. We got plenty of ammo, so just make sure. Was it a wise decision he wasn't dead? Okay. Now I believe he's dead. Hey Elliot, you doing okay? No? Just thought I'd ask. So now we have no knife. So if a zombie grabs us, we are going to get bit. Which, not great. No reason to go down here, so we're gonna cut through here. Hello? We're gonna block that up. One less zombie to worry about. What do you got? You got more bullets? Thank you. What do we got here? A flashbang. Flash grenade. Whatever. Equip on the horizontal. So this kind of goes in the... Oh, shit. Kind of the same radius as our knife. Knife goes up top. Something goes on the left. Flashbang goes on the right. And these will stun zombies, making them unable to attack us for a time. I'm still crashing. I wasn't sure if I got bit in the Hell encounter, so... Hello? Well, look at that. A round handle. So, let's... Hey, this will probably fit the steam pipe. The room with all the steam. Some white gunpowder. So we can either now make flame rounds. Oh, I think that's the only thing we can make of them, actually, now that I think of it. And a fuse. Well, shit. So now we're kind of stuck in an awkward situation where we can't really drop any items, but we need to pick up this fuse to continue onward. So, bit of a waste, but we'll use a herb to get us back up. So, what is this? We'll leave that there and we'll pick that up afterwards. In a moment. Just to make sure you're dead.
Oh no!
Nope. This was a good decision. He would have maybe ambushed me if I ever had to run back into this room. So those zombies will stay down, and they essentially are on a timer that seems to be random. Some zombies will get up in 30 minutes, or 30 seconds. Sometimes zombies will get back up in 5 minutes. Sometimes they'll stay down for like an hour, and you'll run through again after like 2 or 3 hours later, and they'll be up waiting for you. So now with the fuse, we have a proper
Seriously?
proper, what do you call it? Shutter, I guess. I don't know. A shutter that actually opens, I should say. Yep, that's everything on the side for now, until we get to some new rooms. So, I think we'll just leave him. He's not hurting anybody. So, put the that's... want to keep the cutting tool. Hey Marvin, you okay? You didn't answer the radio.
Okay. I gotta hurry.
Oh shit. Okay, so what we're actually gonna do is go back to the box. Grab some of these boards. There's method to my madness. We have an open window. Oh shit. That's what I was kind of trying to avoid. Hey, lucky, lucky, lucky. Doing in a lot of those headshots. Crits. So, we will have to come through this hallway again. Oh shit. This is what I was trying to avoid. I should have done this earlier. So, the zombies coming through the windows is based not on time, it's based on progress. There are certain, like, triggers. I think I mentioned this earlier, but a lot of the zombie spawns and the zombie, where they'll be, is based off of, like, you have picked up this item, or you have made it to this room, a zombie has now spawned on the other, a zombie has now come through the window on the other end of the RPD.
Oh no.
Should have grabbed a knife, now that I think of it. I really should have grabbed a knife. I want to make sure these guys are really dead.
Damn it. Oh no.
So these ones especially because this is kind of a blind spot. If I'm hauling ass through this hallway and I round this corner and these two are still alive, that's definitely not a good thing for me. So. And you can also see that, hey, that was like 4 zombies. And that ate up like half my ammo. So, we want this side especially because this also puts us in a weird spot because we come around here and bam, zombies immediately to our left in a narrow-ass hallway. So this is another window we'll have to board up. Oh, hey. It didn't really work on... Well, you're kind of on fire, so kind of taking damage, I think.
Fuck.
There we go. So that burst, essentially the game has... I'm fairly confident. The game essentially has 7 difficulty states that shifts between. The game essentially shifts between 7 difficulty states, and that determines like how much damage a zombie bite will do, how much ammo will you pick up with each, like every time you pick up like a little thing of ammo, how many bullets do you actually get? Electronic gadget. Good to have. So you can see, it's like a detonator almost. Flashbang. Hey, we've used this up on all the chained areas, so we can get rid of that. Got some boards. We're gonna board that goddamn window up. There. Now, I don't believe there are any more windows for the zombies to come through if we ever come through this area again. Which, we might. The big thing is that about halfway through the game, sometimes you're gonna you have to be able to think on the fly. Locker room cap. So, I believe that means... this... might be cap. Might be the code for that. We can drop off the detonator. Pick up one more grenade. Yeah, I think I'll pick up another grenade. Take one grenade, drop this off, rest this off. Alright. We'll keep going. So we now are able to get into past this area and go on into the hallway beyond. Alright. What do we got? We got gunpowder. We got nothing. We got more flame rounds. That is a bad time. So, those are those blind lickers that the guy mentioned. Now we have a choice. We can either let this guy... So noise is constituted as either running or sprinting. As long as we don't do any of those things, and as long as we don't, like, physically touch him, we won't know we're here. It's a bit like the clickers from Left 4 Dead, so... what we're gonna do to make this hallway safe. Oh. Didn't waste a bullet there, but I was just making sure. So yeah, these are lickers. Lickers are what zombies turn into when they starve. It seems that, like, they just grow all muscly and shit, and, like, to the point where, like, all their flesh, like, pops off, and they become, like, crazy, rabid fuck monsters that, just tear people apart and shit. Seemingly being that, like, hey, you're about to die, so make yourself a fucking, like, xenomorph, essentially. A blind xenomorph. 9, 15, 7... So, we now have the combination for the safe downstairs. Grab that herb. So this is all the destroyed comm equipment that I had mentioned. Oh, by the way, we're in the store's office. This is where Chris worked. Along with characters like Jill, Valentine, and Barry worked here. Essentially all the main characters of Resident Evil 1, including Wesker, who becomes like a antagonist as the series goes on, or is like one of the major antagonists of the series. So we can see there's an armory, and looky what we got there. That is a submachine gun. Can we get in there? Failed to authenticate account. Put your dongle in the thing. So, doesn't look like we're gonna get in there anytime soon. So I believe some of these desks are meant to be Jill's. Yeah, I think they're oh fuck, what's her name? I think this is Jill's desk. I think this is meant to be Jill's desk. I believe this is Chris's desk. I'm trying to read it. For a second I thought that said like Resident Evil 1 on there. I believe this is Chris's desk. I can't fucking read. What's her jacket say? I think they're both their jackets say Made in Heaven. So yeah, there we go. So and fuck, what's her name? It's like an in-joke, where I believe it's in Is it in Resident Evil 3? I don't remember. But you come here and you look at that desk and it comments on the picture and it says something along the lines of like, must be her boyfriend or something. And they changed it to a picture of a dog. Rebecca Chambers. That's the character. And I believe Rebecca's the youngest STARS member. So yeah, that's the STARS office. We'll be coming back there for sure. Which is part of the reason I killed that liquor, because I don't trust myself to remember that I didn't kill that. So we're making like lightning progress compared to like a casual playthrough. We're barely an hour, like we're about an hour 45 in, and we're about to get the 3rd medallion, so it's by a speed run record, or like even just somebody who's like really good at the game and going for a really good time. You know, not too terribly impressive, but you know, all things considered. Considering I've seen like people spend like 5-6 hours trying to get out of the police station, and we're kind of on the cusp of that. We can slot that back in. We need the battery, and what else do we need? Let's make some bullets, because we're kind of running low. How many gunpowder do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's make 2 batches. Hey, we got a pretty good amount out of them. 15 and 14 and 15. That's also a bit random. If you have like a shit ton of ammo, the game won't give you very much ammo, because a big factor of certain things, I think I was talking about before, but like things like, when do zombies crit and die from that one shot where their head blows up? And how much ammo do you pick up? And when you craft ammo, how much ammo do you make? That is dependent on certain things, like how much ammo are you carrying, how many health items do you have on your person, how much ammo do you have in the box, how much ammo do you have in health items do you have in the box, excuse me, words, how much, what is your health looking like? Did you just get bit recently? Did you just miss a shot recently? Did you just miss 2 shots recently? So the game will vary in terms of like its difficulty setting, difficulty state, and how generous or harsh the game is, depending on how you're doing and what items you have. So we got 10 seconds. That's not good. Oh my god, ghosts! Yeah, that's supposed to be knocked over by the explosion, but standing here prevents it from knocking out. Until you move, and then it, like, flies into place. So, fortunately, we have some company. So, we grab the zombie and we don't have a knife, but we have like a stun grenade or another item.
What's up with you?
Oh, we got lucky. That was like both a burst and a head explosion. So, doing that, it doesn't have nearly as much range as the whatchamacallit, just throwing it, because if we hold it here, we throw it, and it blinds all the zombies nearby. But if we stuff it in a zombie's mouth, it like, the zombies that are like right next to him will be blinded and kind of stunned. So So, a lady, a bow with an arrow, and a snake. Lady, a bow and arrow, and a snake. I had to guess on that last one, but considering I got the other two, so. Lookers are immune to... They're blind, but they're not immune to the badass noise that is generated by the flashbang. Pray David it. So Lickers, the main reason I killed them so quick and I'm not giving them even a chance to do anything is because they're fast as shit. And they are really hard to hit once they start like getting like they're like, as long as they're not stunned, they're really fast, and they do a lot of damage. And depending on what damage state the game is in, sometimes they'll do 2 units of health damage. So we'll go from fine to like danger, or we'll go from possibly even fine to dead. Depending on, probably not on standard, but on hardcore we would probably die in one hit, depending on what state the game is in terms of difficulty. So, we're doing this now instead of a bit later. Combine, and what else we got? Yeah, I think that's fine. We did it! Let's get the... let's make one more check. The West office, we need to go there. We need to... What was that safe combination again? Left 9, 15, 7. So 9, 15, 7. Hip pouch. Extra inventory slots. Not that we have all too terribly much to carry. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, I'll save most of it. Try not to be too terribly wasteful of things. Right.
Looks like it leads underground. Good. We can get out of this hellhole. Hey, Marvin! Guess what? I think I found the way out! Marvin, come on. Let's get you out of here. Let's go. Are you okay?
Oh, no. Just go. Save yourself.
Come on. It's bad. We gotta get you to hospital
Please,
now.
Claire. We both know how this is going to end. Get out of the city.
We can't just leave you here.
Claire, please, go. Do this for me.
Okay. Hey, Marvin. Thank you.
save that game. Alright, let's take one more look. Just in case. Take that. Take that just in case. So, we want to switch to the knife. I don't think we... Yeah, we don't have any more red herbs. We're gonna go in the elevator. So now we've escaped, officially escaped the police station. We're trying to find a way out. You know, it's funny, she mentions the hospital and it's like, it'd be the worst fucking place to go. Like, in any other disaster, yeah, that's probably where you want to go, because, like, there's probably shit set up to, like, help you, so we need to get this open. Smart stars. Stars. That's all locked up. Oh, shit. A goddamn grenade. Guaranteed to kill enemies within its radius. Did I not pick up? No, I want to pick up. I don't know if there's more items in here, or if it's just talking about that. Either way. So, we now have a knife, a grenade, and a flashbang.
Hello? Hello?
Just making sure I'm not missing anything. Yes, there's nothing there. It might just be in this area beyond.
Won't budge. Hello? Hey. It's okay. I won't hurt you, I promise. Do you need help? Here, you can take my hand.
You need help.
I'm sorry, I can't understand you.
You need help.
Why?
He's right behind you.
What?
Oh shit, he's got a pipe! Respect the pipe!
You gotta be kidding me. Words ain't gonna cut it with this.
So yeah, very clearly not a zombie. Some other crazy ass shit. When in doubt in a Resident Evil game, if something's got a big ass eyeball, shoot it. Some pro strats for it. Oh shit. a bit more. I need to stop trying to fight. I'm using it now. Oh shit, I backed myself to the corner. No, I didn't. Yeah, myself up into another corner. Ow. Fire back. Ah, there we go.
Oh, crap. Hey, little girl. It's safe now. It's over.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I promise. Everything's fine. I just need you to lower that ladder for me.
Will you help me find my mom?
Your mom is down here?
I think so. I hope so.
Yeah. Of course. I'll help you.
So that took about just pretty much all of our pistol ammo. And that kind of state shows... Oh shit, that didn't really get hit again. And that kind of goes to show that we were in a very low, or I should say a very high difficulty state of the game. If we came in here with like very little bullets and not very many healing items, the game, it probably would have taken way less. Also, the fact that there's ammo scattered around here, they give you pretty much enough bullets to fight him. So I won't say the name, well, okay, so I'll say, that's Birkin, and that name will mean something later, but he's got some shit going on that ain't zombie. I guess I'll say it because they talk about it in Resident Evil 2. So the zombie virus is caused by something called the T virus. And that is something clearly very different. The T virus makes zombies. Whatever he's got is some crazy different bullshit going on.
This way!
1 sec, kid. Let me, I can't remove that, so. We got herb. More gunpowder. Do we need... No, okay. Just wondering if there was any more items we need to pick up. So we're back up to about 50 bullets.
It won't move. You got it!
So, what's your mom like?
works at Umbrella. He's making an important new medicine.
Uh-oh.
That big pharmaceutical company?
My mom's always at work. I don't get to see her much.
Well, hopefully you'll get to see her again soon. So, where's your dad?
He, worked with my mom, but he's gone.
Wow. Both of my parents are gone. It's just me and my brother.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't be. It means we've got something in common, and that's a good thing, right?
Hip pouch. Hip pouch. Alright, now we have a shit ton of inventory space. Save that game. Having to stretch, my arms are getting, shoulders are getting all stiff. I'm hunching over too much. Okay.
Here. Come on.
Over there! It's closed.
Yep, so close, yet so far. No key. I need a card.
Damn it. Need a key card.
Of course.
Here, come out. And you're sure this is the way?
This is how my mom took me last time.
Sherry? I've been looking everywhere for you, Sherry. Brave little girl to leave your house in the middle of this mess. On the ground, hands behind your head.
You can't be serious.
On the ground, now. Sherry, tie her hands.
Why are you doing this?
Shut up. Tie her. Okay then. You tie her up now, or she dies.
What's this all about?
Child endangerment, for starters. Sherry, come here.
What are you gonna do to her?
None of your fucking business.
You hurt her, I swear to God, my brother is stars and I...
Sherry, get over here. What's your name? What's your fucking name?
Claire!
Sherry, you come with me now, or say goodbye to Claire.
Okay, I'll go. You better be taking me to my mom.
Absolutely.
Don't listen to him, he's full of shit.
Stop hurting her, please!
Don't tell me how to do my job.
Stop! Let me go! Let me go!
Obviously, nobody taught you manners. We'll fix that. Oh, yes, we will.
Let me go! Let me go!
I'll get you, you fucker! Stay safe, Sherry.
Obtain the
Okay.
garage keycard.
Key card first. And then that asshole gets what's coming to him.
So we have a couple doors. we can go to. So this door will remain shut for the entirety of Claire coming through here. We cannot open that door as Claire. Vice versa, if we came through as Leon, this door would never be open. This is an area
where that guy came from.
This is an area we can only get through as Claire. Raccoon Monthly, June issue. Attention all Raccoon City heroes. Who's the most feared, most yet respected man in town? The answer should be obvious to any resident of our fair city. That's right. It's Police Chief Brian Irons, the man that scares the bejesus out of criminals everywhere, and stern father that loves every last one of us sinful citizens. Chief Irons is known for his great charity work, including big contributions to the orphanage, support for abused women, art preservation, conservation. Let us know if there's anything we missed. Just when he does our great hero sleep? When asked, the city is my extended family. I'm just doing what I do for my family, Chief Irons said with a soft smile. Well, shit.
That bastard is the police chief?
A map of this area here. We need a diamond key to open this room. And elevator, express elevator to Chief's office, not for general use. Doesn't seem to be in order. That leaves us with the door on our left to explore. Alright. Check out the firing range. Equipment disposal notice. There's a key, but it will still open the doors and trunk. Got a box. Take the box. Something right. Something inside. Open the box. Yeah. Broken ass key. Not really reading that. Essentially, there are these little raccoon bobbleheads around, and if you destroy them all, you will get a knife with infinite durability, which is really useful. And I believe it's through subsequent playthroughs, because that one's already destroyed, so. Let's take care of these guys. So you can see that the headshots tend to like cause the zombies to like stamp, like get knocked back. So it's really useful for so zombies will bust through most doors after a little bit. Please wait again. I believe and I might be wrong about this, but I believe like noise made by other zombies is one of the triggers that will wake a zombie up that's been like, shot up and shot back. I thought it was still. It's sometimes hard to tell. No. It's dead. Dang. She's dead. Bullets. There are flame rounds. Not gonna say no to that. So that's all that. Once we get the diamond key, we can go into this room. This little side office here. Move on. Let's. Can't go in there. Let's run it over here. what do we got? Gun. Different gun. So, first to use double stack magazines. It was a marvel of firepower at the time due to how many rounds it could hold. So we have this gun and this gun. The issue that one might have is that they share the same kind of rounds. They both use like 9mm. In that case, we're going to keep using this gun because it has 13 rounds. I don't know if the little revolver does more damage. Okay, now I need to be quiet and careful. But the point is, hey, look at that. That's a blue herb. So if we can we can throw this away now. So if we take this and combine it with the red and green, we get a red, green, and a blue. And that's the ideal combination. It restores all your health, it reduces the damage you take, and you can't get poisoned for a short period of time. I want to say like 8 minutes, 5-10 minutes, somewhere in that ballpark. So if we get lucky, I'll be able to use a grenade. That isn't good. So let's leave the room real quick, just see if we can reset his aggro. So they won't quote unquote see you if you walk like quickly. Where the fuck did he go? Wait a minute. That's weird. I've never had him disappear, but I've also never, like, left the room, because... that's weird. Ah, there they are. Actually, that really works for me, because... Okay. Not good, not good. Really hoping... That's what I was talking about earlier, where they are fast as balls. Well, that wasn't nearly as ideal as it could have been. Ideally, I would have just, I could have sworn it said something along the lines of, "Will guaranteed to kill anything within its radius," but I guess that was kind of a lie, because I was really expecting it to, kill those lickers, but... Oh well. We didn't get hit, so that's the important thing. And we didn't have to use all that much ammo, relatively speaking. There's something about the whole, like,
I can do this.
thing with, Oh, also, this doesn't have the drawback that the pistol has of it being relatively inaccurate.
Shit.
As I missed 2 shots on either side of his head, but just put the dot on their head, and...
What the hell?
Oh my fucking god, die. Holy shit. Yeah, you just put the dot on their head, and, go from there. Autopsy report. Justin Hansen, 39 years old, Caucasian male, found dead in jail cell's bed by staff. Hands were clenched tight due to rigor mortis, which should be coming to an end. It's highly likely they died just after lights out. Deceased was a known kleptomaniac, incarcerated multiple times. Incredibly, he would steal even while in jail, though that was consistent with his clinical diagnosis, rather. Herb. Hey. Cockroaches. Big ones. That's stuck. That one's stuck. We're just gonna take that and go about our day. Sorry for disturbing you. Hold. Stuck. On you, so I'm just gonna put you back in there. Nope. I believe, yeah. Excuse me. Actually, this area is clear, so we can just leave. Bye, dude. He might come out of that hallway, but I need to be careful just in case. Oh wait, no, I didn't kill him right here. It's one over. Yeah. If you aim while you're moving, you'll move slower, and I believe that doesn't trigger their little, like, hunting phase. But I feel confident enough to just walk by them just fine. Diamond door, unlocked. What we got? We got a shoulder stock for the grenade launcher. We're gonna put that on, and we're gonna grab some ammo. No, there's not a box here. Never mind, I lied. Pull this switch. That should power on the elevator. And some high-grade gunpowder. And the blue orb. Jump in the elevator. I'm a bit low on ammo. We have 15 spy, so... Oh god. 10, 20. God, fucking damn. We're gonna combine this and this, and then we can combine the... So those red, blue, and greens are actually more valuable than the first aid sprays, because the first aid sprays will heal you completely. Hello. The first aid sprays will heal you completely, but the don't mind if I do. Whatchamacallit? The red, blue, and greens will give you like make it so you take less damage for the next however long time. Blah. We are not very. We don't have a lot of bullets, so let's make some more. We'll just make one batch. I'm debating whether I should throw the... Let's throw this pistol into the box for a bit. Let's see. Take a flame round out. Yeah. Yeah, this is how Resident Evil games go once you dump everything into a boss. It's like you're hurting for a bit for as far as ammo goes. Also, I made the choice to clear out pretty much every room I went into. Repair shop letter. Need some panel parts. Power panel parts. 30 storage. Clock tower. A relief. Yeah, a diamond key. And if we look, a heart key. Alright. So we need to get in there. Don't have any, but we need two power panel, like two panel parts to open it. Got some papers to read. Copy of emails to Chief Irons. Please, Chief Irons, as thanks for your unwavering support, I have deposited a small sum into your account to use as you see fit. I hope I can count on you to maintain surveillance over your subordinates, especially the ones who survived that mansion. Get rid of them, if you must. Please, Chief Irons, I ran into some trouble with Umbrella Headquarters. The suit wants to take takes the fruit of my research away, but don't worry, this will all blow over soon. You just keep doing what I tell you, and everything will be all right. Please, Chief Irons, you are to up the security around my lab. Your muscleheads are to shoot any suspicious person on sight. Doesn't matter if they kill them, or even if they're Umbrella employees. I'm so close to completing G, and no asshole is going to get in my way. Please, Chief Irons, get your shit together and do your fucking job. I told you I needed more security in the sewers. Don't you know how critical of a time this is for me? As for the money, I can pay you whatever once I take over, but not before. Why don't you get that? No, never forget how expendable you are. All of them signed WB. Believe Chief Irons was into some dirty shit. Taxidermy log. A white-tailed deer, male, approximately 6 years old. Place capture, Arklay Mountains, 6'1", 353 pounds. Please how it turned out, but I'm getting tired of working on these PV things. Maybe time to move on to more challenging animals. Siberian tiger, approximately 4 years old, a male. Place capture, Karbarvik's Cry. 9 feet 6 inches long, about 530 pounds. I nearly came when I sliced its yellow belly open and its warm guts spilled out. I still smell of wild beast. This is the life. Female pig, 22 years old. Places capture Raccoon City. It's 5'3" and 110 pounds. The specimen's body is soft, sweet, and white all over. And it's all mine forever. 22-year-old pig. That's 5'3" and 110. Chief Irons, you yeah, I think you know some real dirty shit, and not just of the fucking white collar kind. Let me out. Where else does a diamond key need to be used? right there. And I think that might be the only one. So we need to head back. Oh, by the way, hey! We're back in the police station. Hoorah! But we can't quite go back straight away. Let's head down here. Hi. We're gonna have to deal with you as you come out. Let's see. Art door. Let me out. A lot more bullets. We have a box with a missing spot in it with 2 red gems next to it. There seems to be something inside. Do a little dance. Ah! Light it on fire!
Oh no.
There we go. Oof, you got it really rough. That's what she said. Confiscation reports. Another safe combination. I think that's everything in here. Yeah. So we don't have the clover key, or the club key rather, and we don't get the clover key. Club key. Shit. Yeah, we don't get the actual club key. Leon gets the club key. We get the heart key. So that's why there are 2 rooms, this one and this one, where one door uses a heart key, the other one uses a club key. It's because if you are Leon, you go through this side. If you're Claire, you go through on this side. So I'm surprised that zombie hasn't come through yet. I don't think we need to come back in here. Or do we? The room's still... the room says it's still... It might be on this bench back here. Am I crazy? Oh, no. Oh, that was the sound of the glass breaking, so... And we got some white gunpowder, so... not invaluable, but... Probably would have preferred to have the bullets. We don't need to come back here, so we can just let this guy pretend to be dead. Because I very much doubt he's dead. We can't get through there. Time to go upstairs. Actually, what we can do is we can throw that in there, put that in there, grab the gem. Where is it? There it is. Ta-da! A stars badge. Eee. And look at this. Ta-da! It's a dongle. So now we can go get that goddamn submachine gun. Bye-bye. We don't have any more. Actually, we can make some. Since we got plenty of this white gunpowder lying around, and we have some spare regular gunpowder, acid rounds. So, I want to say these don't do as nearly as much. I'm trying to think. What are these really good for? The flame rounds are good for one thing, which, now that I think of it, I really should have saved my fucking flame rounds. Fuck. There's an enemy later on that is very weak to fire, and us not having a lot of flame rounds kind of creates a problem. Not a problem that's like the game's fucked, but a problem of like, hey, we could have totally avoided avoided some headaches if we had just done things a bit different. So first things first. More bullets. Ah, yes. I remember this part. Hey, flame rounds. Oh, shit. So, you can't, so normally when you're bit, you, are able to counterattack, do like a counter stab. Not when you're bitten from behind. Also, I believe on hardcore it does a little bit more damage. So we have a box electronic part. Oh shit. It'd be really bad if you came in here, dude. Don't. This room's really bad. Oh shit.
You bastard.
Can I hit that? Oh shit. I can't. Another zombie in there. There are still more items I need to grab in there, so I need to drop off some stuff. I guess I don't really need the diamond key right at the moment. I'm gonna get the heart key just in case, but I don't think I really need the diamond key. So drop that off because we want to save that. Drop that off. Move that over there, move that over there. All right. Let's pick up this. Oh shit. So what I shot up there on that shelf earlier was one of the Racoons. And we're kind of... Oh, no, we can... Yeah. Grab this big-ass cog. Knife? How's this knife doing? It's beat up, so... to be prudent... Oh, shit. Just to be prudent, and fingers crossed this guy isn't up and... Oh, wait, no. The guy that was walking up that ramp is the guy that was in here. My bad. And... Oh, this door's locked. Oh, shit. Now that I think of it, we're not going to heal right now. What we're going to do is we're going to go downstairs. And... I believe you also will run a little bit slower because you're, like, limping. I might be wrong. So this is danger. We get the little blood vignette type thing. We're going to use a... Well, yeah, we're going to drop that off. Don't need the gear right now. Get the first aid spray. We're going to use that. Because if we use, like, one of our red greens, then that is essentially... If we use that, then that's one less that we can make a red, green, blue out of, if that makes any sense. And also, the red, green, blue, the benefit of the red, green, blue is that you take reduced damage, so they're really, really good to use in boss fights. You use one, like, right at the beginning of the fight, when you get knocked down to danger, and that means you're going to take less damage throughout pretty much the entire fight. So they are useful to have. We've cleared all of that, so the last thing we need to do is run out here to the balcony. Because with all this area blocked off, we can go down this ladder, and we'll be on the roof. And then we can try to make our way back into the main hall. problem is that's all kinds of fucked up fire. So we need to find a way to put out the fire. I believe there are bullets. Yes. Nice. So we need to run over here really quick. We gotta be really fast about this. Run over here. Hoping to avoid a bite. Probably should have tried to pop her in the head real quick, but either way. So, let's pump. And we'll pump. And with that broken pipe, so normally it would just come spewing out of this pipe, but now that we've diverted it over to the other pipe, we now put out fire. So combine this together, and we get a red and a blue. And the red and blue will reduce damage taken and guard against poison, but it won't heal us. So we'll want to grab a green herb as soon as we can. Yeah. Oh,
Jesus, stay back!
Hi, buddy. Ooh. So that's Mr. X. And now the game begins. He is on my ass. He is on my ass. We still have time, so where the fuck is that goddamn thing? 6 to 11. Ta-da! It's a big capacity magazine for the gun we are now using. Combined, we now hold 26 rounds, and it comes with 13 extra rounds, so hey, pretty good deal. Back to the safe room. Enemies can't attack us in safe rooms, so if we are here in the main hall, here, downstairs, in the dark room, the photo developing room, and I think there's one other room that are considered safe rooms. Essentially, if it has a typewriter and a box, we are smooth sailing. So, like, if we had zombies in the library, we could essentially, like, open the library door, and there would be, like, an invisible wall keeping them from even walking out of that room. Grab green herb. Combine that with that. So, we want the diamond key, and we want the stars badge. We don't want the gear right now. We can leave the grenade. So. Marvin, you doing okay?
Oh God, no. Marvin.
Oh shit. The safe new room is oh son of a Marvin! You're not being oh god. The safe room is no longer safe. The safe room is no longer safe. So he will not die. Not Marvin, Mr. X. Mr. X will never stop chasing me. He is just a problem I have to deal with now.
Sorry.
Okay. So that was Marvin dying. get our knife back. Main reason we killed Marvin is because with Marvin dead, we now don't have a zombie walking around in the goddamn RPD main hall. Son of a bitch, did my knife break? I think my knife broke. Shit. We still have flashbangs, so that's fine. We don't need to go in here. We need to go in the west office at one point to do the save. We need to go up to the STARS office, so... Plan of attack is... lure you over here. So he won't necessarily... Basically now the pace has been set, that he will never stop chasing us. If we get too far away from him, he will start looking around and searching for us. But every time... Oh, shit! Every time we fire a gun, maybe we'll use this. So that shield in the bottom right now indicates that we have the health, Constitution upgrade. That is the last of the diamond key. We don't have to use anymore. Or not the diamond key, the heart key. We got a jack, so we can lower the jack. He's a Lego maniac. Gunpowder. There's a fucking liquor outside, and we need to get up. We need to up and around, up the stairs. So, and jump into the dark room real quick on the way. So we're gonna go to acid round. Actually, this might be okay. Ooh, fuck. We'll lose Mr. X for a minute by jumping through the window. That also means we're gonna jump pretty much right into the lap of the liquor, probably. Right there. Hey. And we're gonna run into the fucking safe room. So this safe room he will not enter. Alright. We need the grenade, we need the jack, because we're gonna double back around to the, whatchamacallit. We're gonna double back around to the library, so we're gonna need the jack. Oh, he's looking for us. Oh, he's opening doors. Yeah. So, there's a, I think it's called Boundary Break. It's a channel that essentially, finds a way to get the camera to, like, so they can manipulate the camera and, like, look at shit that, like, the player isn't really supposed to see. And one of the things he did was, for this game, is he looked around to show, like, what happens to... What is Mr. X doing when you're not... Does he, like, despawn? Does he walk around and look for you? And he was able to show that... Oh, fuck me! Shit, how am I gonna deal with this? I need to get to the STARS office, so I might force a reset by running into the safe room. Excuse me. So yeah, it does look a little bit goofy when he, I believe if we... Shit, he does go upstairs. No, you want to go to the left? Maybe? No. Oh, hi! Going to the left would be really good. So I could walk around you. He really badly wants to stay over to the right. So here's what we're gonna do. What we can do, and because we've opened up shortcuts and stuff, we can instead run back out into the main hall, go up to the second floor, go through the library, and run around through there and grab the whatchamacallit, grab the machine gun. Hopefully on the way there we can grab the dial lock and enter that code in. It's CAP. Oh, Cap, because Capcom. God damn it. And from there we can make our way up to the try to make our way up to the third floor. So, plans may change as Mr. X does as he does and as he wills to do. Stomping around upstairs. No, he went left. Okay, yeah, no, this is better. This is better. So he... I don't know if you heard us or not, but we're gonna haul ass to the fucking STAR's office. Oh, STAR's office, I believe, also counts as a safe house. He won't... safe room. He won't come into it. There's pretty much every other room in the game he can go in, even, like, tiny-ass rooms. So I had the belief that he... well, I'll explain it when I get there. So, put that motherfucking dongle into the goddamn computer. Open the door. Give me that brat. Machine gun. So, sprays a shit ton of bullets. Really quickly. It's not very accurate at all, but it's a machine gun, so when it comes to doing a lot of damage quickly, and not necessarily having to be accurate, it's the best thing for the job. Let's see. Letter to STARS members. To my bestest STARS buds. How are you all doing on that drab old station? Hanging in there with there against old irons? Me, I just got back from a date with a hot chick. Bet you can guess what we got up to under her extra-large umbrella. Europe is amazing. 1 month in, 1 month is no way enough to even scratch the surface. Maybe I'll extend my vacation for another 6 months. Barry, don't even think about coming to join me. Wouldn't want to make all the cute girls cry, yeah? So you just leave the babes to me. Jill, if Claire tries to contact you, please let her know I'm okay. Chris Redfield, August 29th.
This does not sound like Chris.
Because it is a coded message. So he's asking how everybody's doing. I just got back from a date with a hot chick. Bet you can guess what we got up to under her extra large umbrella. So Chris right now, he was in the mansion in Resident Evil 1 and busted and found zombies and Umbrella, the Umbrella Corporation doing their secret evil shit there. And yes, it says he found crazy big Umbrella Corporation shit going on in Europe. Europe is amazing. 1 month is not enough to even scratch the surface. So, hey, Umbrella is rooted way deeper than we thought, and it's going to take a long fucking time to deal with them in Europe. Barry saying, hey, don't come to join me, I'm fine. And telling Jill that if, Claire asks about me, let her know I'm okay. So, Jill, funnily enough, I would go back if I could. But so, I might risk it. For the no, I'm not gonna risk it, fuck me. And my fucking controller is dying. I'm gonna plug just plug it into the PlayStation before disaster happens. I don't want another, Dark Souls 2 moment where I die in the middle of, or my controller dies in the middle of a fight. So yeah, as I was saying, Mr. X does like stalk around the station and actually look for you, like peeking into doors and shit. And certain things like running around and especially shooting your gun will tip him off to where you are, and he'll come hauling ass towards you. So let's peek. So notice that this wall is just completely busted open, like some crazy shit happened. But hey, Mr. X didn't appear until just now. What the hell? Well, that's because literally like a day, like 24 hours before right now in the game, Jill Valentine was running around getting chased by Nemesis, which is basically Mr. X on steroids. He's the one that, so the reason I keep saying like stars all weird is because Nemesis is a big ass monster that tracks down is trying to track down and kill all the stars members. So he's this big ass monster that's running around going star. Oh my god, my fucking voice. I fucking scratched the fuck out of my voice just now. Ugh. My throat fucking hurts now. But no, he goes around growling like stars and stuff, so... We have the Jack now. With Jack, we can... drop it. So can we can push 2 bookshelves at the same time. Then we push 3. Yes. So we can now get across there. What the fuck is... Oh, right, the fucking keypad. Fuck. Let's see if we can run back and grab that. Right, done this. So this is, like, one of the most, like, tense, times in any Resident Evil moment is the moment where you don't know where the fuck Mr. X is. We actually got this, so let's work this real quick. So 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. Actually, oh shit. Shit. Okay. 1. Oh. Okay, whatever. 2. Oh shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Damn it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, we got it. What do we got? Got another electronic part. Or not electronic part, the little keys. So now I can grab that, stuff in the rest of the lockers. So oftentimes you'll hear Mr. X stomping around before you hear his like theme playing in the background. So that stomping is what we want to look out for. Cap. You know what, if I probably thought about it for another like 5 seconds, I might have gotten it. Play rounds. Good to have. For later. For the future. Oh, he's somewhere around here. I hear big stomp. And I hear liquor. Oh! Splash him with another acid round. We want to throw these flame rounds in there. We want to save them for later, big time. We don't need this right now. I want to kill that fucking monster. So you can't really see it because of the hat, but he has a like weird like chip tube thing in the side of his head and like his temple. That's because he is like being like mind controlled essentially. Not that he's like a good guy being mind controlled, but he's like something's giving him orders. gunpowder and... Oh, we have the machine gun too. Let's make some. Yeah, come on. Damn, what a lot. Store the excess. Oh, it doesn't help that. Yeah, we need an extended mag for it. We'll keep. Yeah, we'll keep that because we're about to empty out our inventory a bit. So. About to come around that corner, isn't he? Maybe? I don't know. He might be upstairs. Okay, Liquor's dead. Now we go. Just stay quiet, just stay quiet, just stay quiet, just stay quiet. We're playing some dangerous fucking games here, man. So, 103 and 203 are the ones we want. We get an extra knife. And, oh shit. Damn. And we get the hit patch. And I believe that is all. That's all the items. And he's right. I think he's right outside the hallway. I can't tell. Close. Extra item, space. Yes, that's everything on screen. Time for the check out. Where else do we need to use the diamond key? Might be later on, maybe? Down in the firing range. Okay. So, I believe we can... Let's put that, let's put the key away. Just to have a little bit more space, let's have the knife. Throw that in there. Let's see, we have one. We only have one, two. Two regular gunpowder, 3. Now I'm debating whether I want to make more submachine gun ammo. Well, we don't really need to right now, so. And we can't really make it outside of the, since it's all in the box, we're not going to be making it until we're in the safe room again, so let's save that debate until next time. Okay, where do we need to go now? We need to go to the 3rd floor. The fastest way there would be to run back here through the hall and into the library. Oh shit! Damn it! I thought wrong. I thought he wouldn't stop eating the ass. But I was so wrong. And now I'm really fucking hurt. I should have brought a fucking healing item with me. Oh, that's stupid. We gotta run back to the safe room. Because he's coming like right now. There's nothing on the way to the safe room, so I should be fine. I cleared pretty much out every enemy. So yeah, that's the submachine gun. For zombies at least, it's you just want to aim for center of mass and just start spraying and praying. If you want to be a little bit more accurate with like their head, you could do like quick 3 or 5 round bursts to okay, first aid spray. Use it. Alright. So the main reason I don't bring healing items with me wherever I go is knowing the enemy layout, like the general enemy layout, and also knowing what areas are generally safe and what areas tend to be unsafe, allows me to be able to predict whether I'm going to need to heal or not. And as you saw there, my strategy of if I'm going to come through an area at least twice, clear the fuck out of that. Oh shit, there he is. Okay, I need to go. This guy's coming. Oh shit, don't do that. Don't throw a grenade at your feet. And right on cue. Yep, right on cue. So we're gonna need to run around this way, because if we run to the right, we'll drop down. And down there is not where we want to be. So, this is a little bit of a meta trick, but we want to chuck a flashbang right there. There's a zombie right around that corner there. And if you don't, he will probably grab you. So, we are safe in this room. Mr. X will not come in here because this room is dark and it's cramped as shit. So, back in that laundry room, that is like a fucking like 5x10 room, I didn't think Mr. X could go in there because it was really cramped, and I was very wrong, and he came in there and he beat my ass. Large gunpowder, so if we mix these together with a white, we'll get a lot of flame rounds. If we mix them together with a regular gunpowder, we'll get quite a few handgun bullets. And if we fuck, that small gear, we want to swap out. Oh shit. We want to swap out the small gear for the large gear. And we want to go downstairs and swap out the small gear into that one slot. So, we're a good chunk of the way into the game. And as I stated earlier, knowing the solutions to the problems, knowing what you're supposed to grab when and where to take those items is a massive time saver, because otherwise you just have to wander around and try to figure out where you're supposed to go and what you're supposed to do. And a big part of that you can like mitigate is, say, so now I have let's see. So I wasn't able to reach the 3rd floor until I got the jack. Or I can't, and let me backtrack. I was able to go into the wreckage room and I got the jack. I take the jack up to the library. Now I'm able to move those bookshelves, and now I can run upstairs to the 3rd floor, which is new. And I come in here, and it just snakes around here, and then there's the clock tower. The clock tower is basically the only place I can go now, with all the new area, with the new area I've unlocked. So the solution to advancing must be in the clock tower. I get the parts, and I'm gonna take them downstairs into the basement. Or not in the basement, into the not West Office, taxidermy, yeah, the private collection room, and I'm going to put them in that door panel so that I can advance. So it's basically just being able to map out where you've been and where you've not been, and go from there in terms of, like, where do I need to go, what do I need to do. Uh... Oh, she's right there. Oh Lord, what I would fucking give to have that goddamn shotgun Leon has. Just, well, it won't do anything against Booster. Oh shit, this is why. This is why I want shotgun. Excuse me. I've grabbed everything in here, so I'm right downstairs. Open the door. Run in here. And drop that off. Drop that off. Take up the... Pick up this. Pick up this. Should I make more acid rounds? No, I think I'm alright. Got plenty of other types of ammo. Set that right here. Okay. Alright. So we need to... There we go.
Hello?
Good to see you again, Claire. We've got unfinished business.
Where's that?
In the neighborhood. You'll find it.
Sherry all right?
For now.
I swear, you bastard, if you hurt her...
Stupid kid. If you just hadn't dropped that fucking thing, I could let you go.
Don't worry, Sherry. It'll be all over soon.
There has to be a way out of here.
Shit. Need, fuck. Look at it all. Put this back. Grab this. There's an achievement for getting out of here quickly. I've already gotten it, but I'm also not trying to, like, spend a million fucking years in here. Where's the fuck is the other one? That's locked. I figured. There's two, isn't there? Or am I crazy? I'm crazy. You just need one. Star. That. We need that. Right? Oh wait, shit. I didn't notice that there was parts up here. Ah, shit. Need a triangle, so that's not gonna work. That's the right piece, looks like. I suck at these. Triangle, circle, triangle. I mean that. Fuck. What do we need? We need circle, square. That one doesn't have any circles. Shit. Circle, triangle. That's not gonna work. Trying to figure out if like this is even the right spot, you know what I mean? I feel really stupid right now. Let's try that. Star. Triangle. I think that might be it. No. Shit. So that needs to be there because that has star triangle, and that one over on the left needs to be circle square. I suck at these. I'll just be honest. Okay then. What all has circle square? This has circle square, so let's try that. So, oh, there it was. Ready? Let's see. Crouch.
What is this?
It's like a weird doctor's office. This way. That's all locked up. Or blocked off, rather. Don't run. And a loop.
That must be the door out of here.
And it's locked.
Darn it! I need the key.
Tom Zari, it's been 2 months since I sent that letter to Oliver, and all I got back is not a zip. Then again, they're all like that once they get adopted. But he's living like a king in some fancy folks' home, and forgotten all about us. Really thought Oliver was different, but that he'd be my friend for life. I'm just a fool. Anne sat all the little kids down and told them a story today. She said all the kids that get adopted are turned into food for the boogeymen. That's why no one hears from them again. Not sure where she gets that idea from, but she sure got the idea for writing trashy horror novels. Got the mind for writing trashy horror novels. There's something weird going on, and it's not just because of Anne's stories. Don't get me wrong, I've been in worse places, and the place is funded by some big drug company. But why can't we call people or go outside? Why are there so many doctors around? What's with those shots every day? It's almost like I'm getting adopted. Me. Most people go for younger kids, so I figured I was too old. But I can't say I'm not a little happy. Who am I to be kidding? I'm totally psyched. I say goodbye to this place on the 20th. I'm gonna try my best to be a good son, someone my mom and pop can be proud of. Oliver came back in the middle of the night, all messed up, screaming, "Help me," and stuff. I didn't even recognize him at first. His face was all peeling and melted off. He's with his teachers and doctors now. It's just a skin thing, they said. He'll get better soon, and then we can go on adventures together again. So kids are getting adopted and being...
Oh no, it's him.
So Umbrella started up this orphanage where they got a bunch of kids that nobody's gonna miss. Blank diary. If you're reading this, go call police. Boogeyman's here, eating everybody. Mini Boogeyman's here. Help, they're coming. Help me, Mom. Oh, shit. Need to get that key. If I please.
Where you going, Sherry? I told you to stay put. You need to learn to listen.
Leave me alone. Just please.
Time to teach some manners.
That's it.
You little bitch!
Pocket sand.
You're gonna pay for this! You little shit! You hear?
Run.
You are gonna be so fucking sorry!
Go away! Help! Somebody, please!
You stupid bitch! That's a dead end!
So this is one of the most annoying parts of the game for a lot of people, so let's see if we can get through this fairly quickly. Because this basically turns into a fucking stealth mission.
It's all over now!
Doors locked.
Where are you? Show yourself! I know you're in here! The longer it takes me to find you, the worse it's gonna be!
Part of the main reason is because his sight line is really wide, and his movements through the room are pretty erratic. Essentially, you just have to stay hidden for a particular set of time.
Oh god, oh god.
There's
They just gotta be here somewhere.
So while he's distracted, we are going to move over here, because under this table is pretty much the best place to hide. If I remember correctly, once you get under here, I don't think he can see you at all.
Son of a bitch.
No more, please.
This is your last fucking chance! Show yourself! Now! It burns!
Just a hint, guys. In the case that you ever have something like that happen where acid is horribly spilled onto your face, be careful when adding water to it, because most acids tend to react violently to water, so that can just make it worse. In the sense that,
Fuck is my key? I see you.
In the sense that when acid comes in contact with water, they tend to create a lot of heat and react violently. Like they'll bubble up and create a lot of heat, so it can make your burn a lot worse. So use something like a base or some sort of acid neutralizer is the best. But that's me being a weird science math. What the fuck am I talking about? It's not. What the fuck does math have to do with fucking acid burns? And the percentage, unless it's here's the percentage of your face that's fucked.
I'm coming in, Sherry!
Oh shit!
Get over here, you little bitch!
No.
Game is over. No! Now you're in trouble.
Let me go!
Stop. 30 minutes earlier.
Good to see you again, Claire. We've got unfinished business.
What are you talking about?
Don't waste my fucking time! Bring me the pendant, or Sherry dies.
Pendant? What do you need it for?
Do you want the girl to die?
Fine. Where are you?
The orphanage.
The orphanage? Where is that?
In the neighborhood. You'll find it.
Is Sherry all right?
For now.
I swear, you bastard, if you hurt her... Are you serious? Damn it!
Got the parking pass.
Just you wait, asshole.
So now, with the RPD... Let's see, we can't open that safe. We can always come back to that. Is that where the fuck does that go? I see. And yeah, we can't get there as clear. There might be like an item down here, but it's probably not worth it grabbing. We need to take the whatchamacallit? Why am I blinking so hard on it? It's the goddamn, Wow, my brain is just not working. We need to take the diamond key down to the parking garage, or the firing range. Which, we have the key, and we have the card, so I believe we have everything we need to go down there. And after we use the key and the card, we can ditch that, and we got like half our inventory open for whatever we may need it for. Oh, I should have brought... no, it doesn't really matter because we can't get down there anyway. Or actually, no. Fuck, I lied. God damn it. We're gonna have to go back up there because there's still something we need to grab. It's a bit out of the way, but it's worth it. So, I believe I killed the lickers in here? No, I didn't, so I need to be quiet. Yeah. Licker's still here. Nope, other side. I think it's in this room, so I think we're safe to run. If not... Oh, we're not safe to run! Okay, so Lakers can't open doors. So as long as you run through like a door, you're fine, and running out of a room tends to will reset their aggro. Running out of room also tends to teleport them to their next location. So if I had not shot that that licker outside the STARS office on the ceiling, I would have gone into the STARS office and then come back out, and he would have been like right around the corner on the wall, waiting for me to practically bump into him. If you're sticking really close to the wall, you will like just straight up like run into him. Gotta roll a film. Third floor locker. Well, we already... Third floor locker. I think we got that one already. I think I might have just brute forced it, but either way. We need to go back into the RP. Yes, because there's one more thing I need to grab. So I can't get in there. We gotta run. I just realized we're gonna... Yep. It's a bit of a run, because we're gonna have to go all the way back around to the main hall. Yeah. It's a bit of a run, but if we... the sooner we do it, the better. Because the longer we, like, fuck around and put it off, the more triggers we hit that will spawn more enemies. So we have either the library or let's go at the this way's a little bit longer, but I feel it's a little bit safer. Actually, it might not be longer. I think it might be a little shorter. Yeah, because we just run around here, we're straight into the main hall. We need to get down there into the statue, maybe? No, we can't do that. Son of a bitch. We didn't miss anything, but this run was kind of for nothing now. We'll come to that eventually. While we're here... Let's see, we have 1, 2, a large. Let's make some more acid rounds. No, not discard, goddamn. Acid rounds. Thinking back to it now, I really shouldn't have wasted all those flame rounds on Birkin. Down the sewers. I probably have enough to do what I need to do for the thing that's coming up later that I keep stressing about, but I don't know. We'll figure out when we get there. Because essentially there's an enemy that you either just deal with forever, or you use flame rounds, like fire, to deal with them. And the only thing that Claire has for fire is the fire rounds in the grenade launcher, which there aren't too terribly many of them. Leon, on the other hand, he gets a fucking flamethrower, so he can use it as much as he likes. So. But now we are all set to continue onwards. have a specific destination in mind on where we're gonna end. So, not necessarily soon, but it will. Well, it will be relatively soon because I'm starting to get a little bit tired and. Also, school stuff.
You again?
Shit. Let me in. Let me in! Haha. Fear the
Looks like the
power
only way forward.
of tiny door frames. Oh, excuse me. Oh, shit. I could have sworn I hit that bumper. Oh shit, this isn't good. I just realized I may have made a tactical error. So yeah, we have zombie dogs now, and zombie dogs are hard to fight because they're fast as fuck. So to play it safe, wow, that was dog freaking the fuck out. To play it safe, we're gonna use machine gun, and we're gonna be a dick and catch them in their idle animations, or their like opening animation. They're not hard to kill as far as like health wise. They go down as you just saw in like 3 shots, but they are fast. So first things first, we really want these. And this.
Shit.
Also, to be clear, I'm not just shooting them through the fence to be like a dick or whatever. They will totally like jump the fence. Give them enough time. Yeah, that's what they do. Items in this area. Things right here. Yeah, it's that blue orb. Oh. Just got a cramp in my arm. There might be a red herb around. Maybe. Ah. Anybody else seen that weird effect with the bullet ejecting from the gun? Wait, was it? Run.
You asshole.
Off me! Oh god, I need to run. Fuck. I'm just playing it safe. I didn't want to get grabbed from behind and die, because I haven't saved in like forever.
Hang on, Sherry.
Okay. So we're here at the orphanage. Alright.
Get off me! Oh my god! Jesus Christ!
Well, shit. That's rough. Sherry!
Sherry! Where are you?
Claire!
Sherry? I'll be right there!
Well,
Go, go, go!
shit.
Claire! It's behind you!
Don't stop!
Better stay on my ass, kid.
Hurry!
Keep going. Sherry, come on. What'd you say?
Claire, are you all right? Can you hear me? Claire? Claire, you have to get up. He's going to get us. Wake up! Wake up!
Wake up. Wake up. Open your eyes. Hold still. Not infected.
Sherry? Where's Sherry?
Sherry's fine.
Do you know Sherry?
It's an impressive display of strength.
What happened to her?
We have to assess the situation.
Who are you? I'm Claire.
I didn't foresee this.
Excuse me. Where is she? Hello?
What?
Where's
Oh,
she?
Annette. Tell me, what happened to William?
I don't know. Who's that?
The creature responsible for this.
What? Can you help me find Sherry?
Seems to be evolving much faster than expected.
Where are you going?
Look, I don't have time to play 20 questions. Everything's under control.
I need to find Sherry.
My daughter is not your concern.
Damn.
Where did Sherry go?
Hey.
Sherry's daughter?
Yeah, that seems like a bitch. Hey, it's high-powered rounds. The SL60, which means Ah, we can't use it. That's fine. So, back into the box you go. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. So, I'm gonna leave it. Oh, just kidding. Report about G. The G virus clinical trial will be entering its final phase very soon. Before G, the new creature that will surpass humans is born. Allow me to predict a few things about its biology and biological functions. Intelligence. The subject's intelligence will begin to drop immediately with their linguistic abilities disappearing within a matter of days. Finally, they will lose their capacity to reason and their humanity. G will be a creature of pure instinct, driven only by a need to survive and reproduce. Physical abilities. That's spelled incorrectly. It should be D-U-E, but okay. Due to its unusually accelerated cell division evolution, it will be highly adaptable to any environment. Furthermore, with its amazing ability to repair itself through regeneration, it will be extremely difficult to completely kill it with a conventional small firepower. Reproductive behavior. G's most remarkable feature will be its intense desire to reproduce. It will instinctively research out humans with DNA that close matches its own and plant an embryo in them. Do a little bit of inventory thing. We need that. We'll take one of these because we're kind of hurt. Don't think we really need anything else, honestly. Make a gur. Now we just need the blue one to make a gerb. That's stupid. We are running low on pistol rounds. So let's, just in case, make some more. Alright. Anyway. I won't save. Anyway. Thank you for coming out. We streamed for about, as you can see, about 3:15? 3 hours-ish. Well, we probably streamed closer to like 4 hours, actually, now that I'm actually looking at my clock. I don't think it counts cutscenes. I think that's the actual in-game timer. But anyway, thanks for coming out. Hopefully, I'd say we're anywhere between like a half and a third of the way through the game, so 2, maybe 3 more sessions, and we can probably get through Claire's route, and then we can jump to Leon, which is... Leon's, when you do it as the second run, it's much shorter. So anyway, I don't know. We can maybe knock this out in like 4 or 5 parts. 6 if I end up having to... If I fuck up disastrously, or I'm just underestimating how much time it takes. But anyway... I will see you all next time. Thanks anybody that made it this far. Thanks anybody that has watched to this point. And I will see you all next time.